Welcome everybody to Marina Bay for the Singapore Airlines Grand Prix of 2024. Predictions. This is by Webbo and courtesy of F124 with the latest performance upgrade. Let's take a look at the starting grid for this fantastic inaugural night race for the championship. Oscar Piastri in second, but Charles Leclerc securing pole on a very happy hunting ground traditionally for Ferrari. And that should set us up for a fantastic race. Carlos Sainz in third place on the clean side of the grid alongside Alonso, with Russell and Hamilton locking out the third row. Norris and Verstappen lead Perez and Stroll for the top 10. Then comes Gasly in a familiar 11th place with Ricciardo, Ocon, Albon, Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg. Returning obviously from a race ban, Bottas with Franco Colapinto, and then of course Brendon Leigh ahead of myself, with Tsunoda and Zhou taking penalties and starting at the very back of our grid. So your Grand Prix results, well, we can see Ferrari celebrating the win straight away, and it is another one for Charles Leclerc then for the Scuderia Ferrari, and it looks like we have at least a McLaren in that third position. Let's wait for the podium ceremonies, and then we'll of course get you the very full results from the race. A little shake of the hand to ease some wrist tension there potentially for Charles Leclerc, up onto the podium with another win. A fantastic one, and another good result then for McLaren, second and third, and showing themselves a little bit better than our previous predictions have shown. But will we see Charles Leclerc on top in the Singapore Grand Prix? Tell me what you think of these predictions in the comments below. It's champagne time though for Ferrari. So the final results then: a fastest lap, a pole position and a win here for Charles Leclerc. That means a Grand Slam award. 26 points for Charles Leclerc. Lando Norris beating Oscar Piastri into second place from 7th position on the grid. We have Oscar Piastri down one in third, with Max Verstappen moving up to 4th place from 8th on the grid as well. Then we have George Russell in 5th, Fernando Alonso in 6th, Lewis Hamilton coming through in 7th place, dropping down one position behind Fernando Alonso there in the final standings. Pierre Gasly up from 11th to 8th place on the grid, and Lance Stroll in 9th, with Sergio Perez down in 10th. Usually a bit of a street circuit specialist, so something going amiss there for him. Esteban Ocon in 11th, Yuki Tsunoda in 12th position, with Kevin Magnussen in 13th, Alex Albon securing 14th. I have a feeling that the Williams will do a little bit better around there. Then we have Ricciardo in 15th, Hülkenberg in 16th, with Bottas, Zhou in 18th, despite the incredibly slow getaway from the start. Franco Colapinto down to 19th. Again, I think that might be different. Carlos Sainz DNF during one of the stops. Let's have a look at what went down then for Carlos Sainz as to the incidents. No incidents. Great. Okay. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But we'll have a look. Generally just shows us we've got lap times for Carlos Sainz. So predicting potentially a DNF on lap 29. And just to remind you, I am running full-length Grand Prix with 110 AI for this very purpose. Well, let's look at the strategies then for the pit stops. We have a big mixture, but generally speaking, a two-stop race, utilising the mediums and the softs once potentially. We have Verstappen running medium, soft, hard, soft, medium, hard for the next runners as well. But it looks like the fastest strategy for the drivers was a medium, medium, soft. Let me know what your predictions are for tyre usage at the Marina Bay circuit. So why not? Let's have a look at the race start and see what went down. Okay, so 5 lights on for the Grand Prix. It's drop the clutch and go, go, go. Looks like the Ferrari at the front away really well, but Russell away brilliantly up to 4th position straight away, side by side along with Alonso, who have also had tremendous starts. Lando Norris still down in 7th position as they move into the second phase of this first sector of the race. Russell on the inside line here against Fernando Alonso. Looks like everybody else away pretty cleanly, but Russell still caught behind Alonso. Run down to the best overtaking position here. Alonso holding that inside line, but Russell sweeping around the outside. A hint of contact there, and Russell through and in a muscular fashion. Verstappen playing this pretty cagey, but Gasly up from 11th to 9th during the first lap. Great stuff to see here, and the battles continue as Gasly is alongside with Lance Stroll here. Lance Stroll wiggling around trying to find the braking zone, but just squeezing the car through and beautifully completing that first phase of this Grand Prix. Alex Albon into 12th position. Zhou Guanyu was tremendously slow away. I do want to see that again if we can at the end of this proceedings, but he's slowly but surely, well, he's caught Tsunoda really well here, both starting at the back of the grid. Leclerc with Sainz behind him, so it looked like the Ferraris were going incredibly well, and that is a hint of rain on the camera as well. I think let's just join, shall we join on board? I think that might just be some sort of strange effect of the lighting here, because there's no rain on from the helmet cam from the cars, but as the drivers run through here, nobody too close together, and a processional race likely to have resulted from this Marina Bay Grand Prix layout, as usual, of course. But we don't watch it always for the overtaking. I'm definitely seeing rain on the screen here, and having been there myself, I can tell you the rain is incredibly welcome, but also disappears far too quickly in these incredible temperatures that we have. So let's just go back to that start, shall we? And check out Guanyu Zhou from the back of the grid. So here he is, starting behind myself and my teammate. Okay, so because I wanted to be slow away, I actually cost him a big gap, and then something occurred here that just meant he was very, very slow away. Finally managed to get out of his way there, but that's what happened to Zhou Guanyu.